Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you very much for being a time traveler. This is your exclusive super full moon in Cancer message. As always, keep in mind it is a collective general reading, so some messages may come through today that don't fully resonate, and that's okay if it's not your message. It just means that it's someone else's. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what those other placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Okay, let's see. We have Covenant, Sacred Contract, card number 7. Full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. And day moon, love. Okay, why is this the super full moon in Cancer message here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? We are clarifying Covenant, Sacred Contract, card number 7, full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture, and day moon, love. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's get a 6-card spread here for you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Just going to push these back a little bit so you can see more of your cards. Okay. You have the 5 of Swords. You have the High Priestess. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have Justice. You have the Magician. And you have the 6 of Swords. I like that we're starting off with the 5 and ending with the 6. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 3 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 4 of Swords. This is, in fact, a sacred contract here that you have with someone. We have the High Priestess and a Hierophant. We have 10 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. What is this all about? Tell me about the 5 of Swords here. I don't think some of you want to hear this message, but I think you have a sacred soul contract here with someone. And whether you want to progress forward with it or whether or not you want to sever it and cancel it, I feel like it's time for you to make the decision, like one way or another. I don't feel like you can continue to teeter on this sacred contract. Tell me about the 5 of Swords. Like, I feel like you have to make it right. Either you're in pursuit of it or you're walking away from it. What is this all about here? The 5 of Swords. Why is the 5 of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The 5 of Swords is being clarified by the 9 of Wands, the Strength card, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like whatever relationship this is for you, and it doesn't have to be love in terms of romantic love. We have covenants. We have soul contracts with almost everyone that we encounter in our life, right? Whether they're a karmic, a soulmate, a twin flame, etc., etc. I feel like this particular connection is one where there's been a lot of conflict within the connection. I have the 3 of Swords smack in the middle here, and then we have the 2 swords on each side. So I feel like you're a bit wounded. You're a bit weary because of this connection. I feel like it's a bit of a cycle. So I do think it's a sacred contract in the sense that there were lessons here that you had to learn from this individual. There are also lessons here that they had to learn from you. And that's typically what these sacred contracts are all about. But I feel like there's been an imbalance in this particular connection. I feel like you're not seeing the bigger picture of this connection in your life. I think for most of you, this is someone that you already have in your life. You have this person in your life. You're wounded and weary. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of arguing, a lot of heartbreak here. High Priestess to the Magician. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Tell me about the Magician here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the World card. We have the 7 of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. I feel like it's on you, because again, this is your reading. It is on you to move in a particular direction with this connection. You can close it off. You can start something new. I just feel like it has been suspended here for a long time. It's almost like you're not quite sure what to do with this individual or what to do in respect to your connection with this individual. The time for you to manifest either an ending or a beginning with this connection, I feel like the time is now. Like Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, yes, that's the truth. This is on you, whether you're masculine or feminine, to decide what you're going to do with this contract. Knight of Pentacles to the Six of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles to the Six of Swords. Let's clarify that Knight of Pentacles here. Because the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. And Virgo is about creating a system or a plan. So that's why I feel like if you're going to move forward or move on from whomever this is, there has to be some kind of plan here in place. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords. Yes, that is the truth. The Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this is on you. And maybe that is your covenant with this individual. Maybe that is the contract. That is something that you spiritually agreed to before you came to planet Earth, before you were incarnated or reincarnated here. So I feel like the path forward, again, whether with this individual or separate from this individual, it is on you to have this moment of clarity, to create a path forward, either with them or in respect to separation. Let me grab the other deck here. I have my little source deck, as I call it. That's not the official name to it, it's just the name that I gave to it. I want to get you some advice here. But before I dip into the advice, I just want to see a little bit about this contract. Tell me more about that Hierophant energy here. Tell me more about the Hierophant energy here for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hierophant is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Oh. Well, that kind of changed the message there, Aries. I feel like this is a little bit different now. I feel like you have two people here. I feel like I have specifically tapped into a group of you where there is a long-standing connection here in your life that you have been working to heal. Three of Pentacles to the Four of Swords, but I feel like this is the connection you're supposed to be walking away from. Okay. I was not expecting that. So this connection here, remember I said there's a lot of chaos and conflict with this individual. Yes, there is. Your covenant contract here with this individual is you're supposed to walk away from them. It's like you have a sacred contract now with someone new. You have a sacred contract with someone new. And this is something you signed up for, to close out one connection in pursuit of another. That's why this connection here is becoming increasingly difficult. It's almost like it was supposed to be closed out already. You've been suspended from closing it. Meanwhile, you have someone new here waiting for you. Okay, so, that changed the message here. You're supposed to close out one contract, one soul contract with one individual in order to pursue a soul contract with another. And again, I don't know who that is to you. I don't know if this is you leaving the spouse for someone that you know or someone that you don't know, just a soul contract on your path. I don't know if that Hierophant is someone who's could be a friend, could be a community group you volunteer in. I know that you have a contract with them, with this entity. There's a soul contract here at play, but it's supposed to close out so you can now move forward towards the next lesson. Tell me more about that existing contract. That is the existing contract. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The existing contract, Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Judgment, Five of Wands, and the Tower. I hate to be the one to tell you this, Eight of Pentacles to the Three of Swords. This is the energy of the entity that you have been giving to. But you're supposed to make a judgment call here to let this person go, to release this person from the contract. Okay. What was the lesson that this individual was supposed to learn from Aries? What was the lesson that this person was supposed to learn from Aries? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What was the lesson they were supposed to learn from you? Six of Cups from this soulmate, soul bond connection, the Empress, and the Two of Cups. This person, Hermit, Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. This person was supposed to learn through you how to nourish themselves, how to rise up, how to have a voice, how to stand within their own power. You were an incredible teacher. You have been an incredible teacher to this soulmate, soul bond connection. Whatever hardships here that the two of you had, they were intended to help this individual's soul, if you will, soul's journey, elevate to Empress status or Emperor. I don't read body parts. But I'm asking, what were they supposed to learn from you? The best qualities of all four queens or all four kings. Really how to rise into their power. How to take ownership of their lives. How to nourish themselves. How to make decisive decisions. That's what that person was supposed to learn from you, from the hardships that the two of you have had in this connection together. What were you supposed to learn from this individual? What was Aries supposed to learn from this individual? What was Aries supposed to learn from this individual? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What were you supposed to learn from this person? Four of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups, bottom of that King of Swords. You were supposed to learn that when a connection is no longer emotionally fulfilling, that you are supposed to see that clearly and walk away from it. So this person was supposed to teach you, what you were supposed to learn was nourishing yourself, investing in yourself, and seeking structure and stability elsewhere when the connection here became emotionally depleting for you. So it's almost like the two of you were supposed to learn your respective self-worth from one another. Why is Aries responsible for closing this out? Why does this fall on Aries to close this out? Why is this on Aries to close this out? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Why is it on you to close this out? Judgment. It's your sacred contract. Emperor. There you are. And the Hermit. You're supposed to know when it's time to let this person go. It's a judgment call you're supposed to make. This was something you agreed to before you came here. So I feel like you have been delaying ending this connection in the pursuit of something or someone else. Okay, so let's take these cards off the table now because your deck is getting a bit thin here. I want to clarify the High Priestess. I feel like this is now your other connection. And maybe some of you know this person, some of you do not. Yeah, your contract here was to let go of one in pursuit of the other, and you haven't been doing that. Tell me about the High Priestess here. Although intuitively, you know you're supposed to let them go. Tell me about the High Priestess. I believe this is the new connection. Because if you showed up as the Hermit, then this is the High Priestess. This is the spiritual, divine masculine, divine feminine. Emperor to the Empress are, for me as a reader, always the 3D personification of like a divine pair or an incredibly strong soulmate connection. And that's what the two of you, I don't think when you enter this connection, you were both Emperor and Empress. I think through it, the lessons for both of you were that they were supposed to become the Empress or Emperor and you the other. That was the intended purpose. Now we have a spiritual connection here between the Hermit and the High Priestess. Now you're supposed to move towards your spiritual divine counterpart. Tell me about the High Priestess energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The High Priestess is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. That is the truth. The Five of Pentacles and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. This entity, whether you know them or not, they're waiting for you. It's almost like they are in... Your contract with them is not being fulfilled for whatever reason, or you're delaying it. And it's holding this individual back from what they're supposed to pursue here with you. So you're delaying their lessons from you and your lessons from them. Tell me more about this individual. Tell me more about this entity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles. I feel like this entity is in limbo, whether you know them or not. It's like they're in spiritual limbo. They cannot completely progress forward on their journey because they're waiting for you. I just saw the Lover's card here when I went to pick up your deck. What is this individual supposed to learn from you? What is the High Priestess supposed to learn from Aries? What is the High Priestess supposed to learn from Aries? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What are they supposed to learn from you? Nine of Swords, the Sun, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Three of Swords. Okay. In the waiting, this person is supposed to focus on their own emotional as well as financial stability until the two of you can proceed forward. I don't know if this person is doing that or not, but that is what they're supposed to learn from you. Independence, emotional, as well as financial, while waiting for you. There's also something here about maybe them healing their minds, like worries, anxiety. I don't know if some of you may know this person, others of you may not, but spiritually they feel stuck in their life, whether they know you or not. They feel stuck in their life. So their lesson from you is the pursuit of financial as well as emotional abundance while they wait for their divine counterpart. What is the lesson that Aries is supposed to learn from this individual? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The lesson you're supposed to learn from them. Queen of Pentacles again, Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. Interesting message. This person's intended role in your life is to teach you how to nourish yourself, how to invest in situations, environments, or connections where there is a collaborative effort and equal give and take, which I don't think you have with this current entity here, because we saw you in the Four of Cups. And this person is also supposed to teach you boundaries. Now, whether that is because you have to create boundaries with them or boundaries with other people, or maybe that will be their influence on you when the two of you are actually in one another's lives. But Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Three of Cups. It's only a matter of time, but before your soul, their soul merges, like before your paths cross, it's only a matter of time. However, you are delaying them and yourself from learning some valuable lessons. I did not expect these readings to get so deep. Okay, let's get you some advice here. So Aries, I feel like you have a covenant contract with one person. It is on you to close out. If this message isn't resonating for you, it's okay. Check another placement. I had a feeling that these would be super specific messages. There's also something here about this current situation has really eroded your self-worth and self-value. So I feel like that Queen of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles to the Seven of Wands, it's almost like this person is also supposed to teach you how to like build yourself back up or stand up for yourself, something like that. Okay, let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice here for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice. The Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Devil. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Hermit. There you are again. There's something here about you freeing yourself from the connection that is toxic, or that you're holding onto out of control, out of addiction, maybe even out of fear. I don't know what connection that is there that you have with this person, with this current entity here in your life. I want to get you a couple more advice cards on this. I mean, your advice here is to really check in with yourself. If you're having all of this anxiety and despair and depression in respect to the current connection, you kind of have to ask yourself, why are you holding on to something? Is there an addiction there? Is there materialism? Is there codependency? Like, what is the reason for you to hold on to an entity that you intuitively know you're supposed to let go of? Can I get 3 more cards of advice here? I think it's also like you need to overcome these doubts, fears, and anxieties, and possibly any toxic attachments you have. Like, in the name of love, right? In the name of unified love, unified partnership. 3 more cards of advice here. And it's funny, not funny, but the 2 of Cups is the first decan of Cancer. This is your super full moon in Cancer reading. Okay, 3 more cards, 1 more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the 7 of Wands. That's what this person's supposed to teach you. The 5 of Pentacles and the, wow, and the 5 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Page of Cups. I feel like for some of you, you're holding on to a connection longer than you should have because of something here to do with either like luxury, financial resources. There's something like that here at play with that 10 of Pentacles. Your advice here is to overcome those challenges, that your doubts, your fears, your anxieties, maybe this feeling of like financial loss with the 5 of Pentacles. There's also something here, maybe you're trying to avoid conflict or tension with that entity, but your advice here is to stand your ground. If this message is resonating for you, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You are in some type of toxic or codependent connection with someone. I feel like it will increasingly become like a cage until you like free yourself from it. But again, that's the intended purpose of that particular contract. That is what I have for you, Aries. That was quite the powerful message. That is what I have for you. That is your super full moon and Cancer message. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe you just found it to be helpful or even a little hopeful that you do have a divine counterpart out there, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.